Hey there, you filthy animals, Mr. Dirty. Back with another episode of the GTM show, and back with another frozen food pizza today on the show. And this is one that a lot of you have asked me to do over probably the past year or so. Every time I would do a frozen pizza from like Trader Joe's or something from like Amy's, I usually get hit up in one of the various social media comments sections of do something from Mama Cozy's line at Aldi's. And you guys suggested all different kinds, all different names, and I got down there and I'm checking them out and I realized that there's not just like one line of pizza from these guys. They have like 4 different kinds of pizzas that you can get. They have like the budget ones that are like party pizzas that you would compare to like Totino's. Then they have like a mid-range, which is what we got here today. And then they have like a deluxe kind, which has like the rising crust, and then there's also the take and bake ones, like the big deli style pizzas that you know they're already done up and you just take home, sling in your oven, and they're huge, they're gigantic. They're usually like a 17 or 20 inch pie. Now across the board on all of them, it was pretty much standard issue. You had like a cheese pizza, you had a pepperoni pizza, you had like a meat pizza, then you had a supreme, and maybe a veggie. But here in the mid-range, they had this one pizza that stood out just because of the picture on the box. And this is the Mama Cozy's Quattro Formaggi. And this is the package you're looking for if you're looking for this in stores. And yeah, what does this make you think right there? I'm looking at this and thinking that there's like a one pizza in here that's been, the toppings have been quartered to give you like 4 different kinds of cheese pizzas in this box. Now I might be wrong. They might just be trying to simplify the 4 types of cheeses that they've used to go into making the Quattro, and all of this is actually mixed up, shredded, or whatever on the pizza once we get it out of the box. We won't know until we crack it open. But that's what I'm thinking, just looking at this. That's what roped me in. That was the bait. Now, in the back of the box, there's a little write-up right there, but they're still not telling us, is it quartered or is it mixed? They're still not saying. That's just like a pretty random, vague kind of thing going on there. Also, over here, for those that are interested, we've got our nutrition facts list of ingredients. Pause the screen, read any of that if you need to. And our cooking instructions, they do have this going into the oven at 425 degrees for 11 to 13 minutes. The other side panels are just product graphics. Okay, so for Quattro, what are the 4 cheeses that we're dealing with here? They're telling us it's feta, red cheddar, goat cheese, and mozzarella. All right, so for the picture on the box, here's our red cheddar, as they're calling it, and it looks like nacho cheese sauce. Maybe that's just because it's the orangish yellow on the red. I don't know, contrast, whatever. Over here, crumbles, we got feta cheese going on. As they mentioned, goat cheese looks like slabs. And over here, the mozzarella, I can't really tell. Is that shredded? Is that slabbed? They're giving us a picture of what looks like a finished product, so I really don't know. And if it's all mixed up inside the box, we won't know, until we get into it. Real quick, though, before I go cracking this box open, check out this barcode. What the hell is going on there? It looks like a skid mark. All right, the unveiling. Let's see how they've dispersed the toppings on this cheese pizza. You ready? You ready? Boom. It is quartered. Except some of it's been mixed up. It's a frozen pizza. And over here, what the hell? It's bald over there. Good grief. Just shake it down a little bit, shake it down a little bit. So, okay, yeah. The delivery, the idea was good. The delivery, terrible when we're dealing with like shredded cheese. Slabs, cool. Very odd as I see it. Looks like there's already some sort of like a pizza bubble in the dough going on this side. And over here, this is the goat cheese part where it looks like crumble. So I think I can just spread that back over the bald spot, just like give it a comb over. Because of the shredded cheese being so messy, I can't crack this out of the wrapper right now and give you a better look at the frozen version. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. We do have the thin crust, and it's very airy. I already feel how light this is. This is probably going to get kind of crispy. I don't think it's going to be much of a chewy kind of a crust going on. I think it will be like cracker-like when we get through. So I'm going to go stick this into the oven right now. And yeah, after about 11 to 13 minutes, we're going to come back and see what we got for our Mama Cozy's Quattro Formaggi pizza. Stick around. All right, guys, we're back. We've got our Mama Cozy's Quattro Formaggi pizza out of the oven where we put it in there for 11 minutes. They said 11 to 13 minutes, and at the 11-minute mark, the alarm went off, went down, checked on it, and from my opinion of this, I think the cheese is all melted perfectly. We even see a couple bubbles on there. And side note, nothing could be done to save that feta cheese territory, where it was you had like a lot of empty real estate going on. It's had a few minutes to cool off here. Let me lift it up. Hopefully nothing will come sliding off of this, and I'll give you a good look. It's uncut as of right now. So here you go. Bam. Not looking too shabby. See, we got our the mozzarella slabs, like I said, did melt out nicely. Everything else, the cheddar, nice and melted out. Our goat cheese stayed in slabs, nice perfect slabs there, and the feta cheese stayed in crumbles, even though it's nice and warmed up and kind of melty. So yeah, we even got some pizza bubbles going on along the crust edges there, especially over here with the mozzarella section. Right over here, like you just like pop these bubbles here. Boop, doop. Give you a closer look at the feta there. So we didn't get to see any of the close-up shots beforehand when it was in that wrapper. There's your goat cheese slabs going on right there. And yeah, the mozzarella all melted out. Some of you might want to see the underside. So there you go. There's the bottom of the pizza. As you can see, it's like right there along the lines of chewy and cracker-like. As a matter of fact, it's starting to bend right now. Do we see any crackage going on? Crackage? No? No, just bending. So yeah, we didn't even get cracker crust out of this at 11 minutes. Perfect cook. So keep that in mind when you're cooking this in a conventional oven at 425. Let me go ahead and chop this up now. Being that we're dealing with quartered toppings here, I've cut mine into 8 slices, giving me 2 slices of each flavor there. It's either that or you're going to be cutting it into quarters. I know kind of a sick, evil person will be cutting this into 6 pieces and screwing somebody. All right, the first one I'm going to be going in on here is going to be just standard issue mozzarella with check out their tomato sauce and the crust and everything, the flavor of that. So once again, this is the Mama Cozzi's Quattro Formaggi, and this is part 1 right here of this pizza. All right, it's a decent mozzarella, and it does have a bite and a snap through. The first thing I got hit with, though, was like an herbiness, like a zesty herbiness. Like they really tried to give it that like Italian seasoning kind of flavor right there, but I couldn't really tell if it was like something that was added afterwards or if it was something that was in the pizza sauce. Pizza sauce itself is right there on the edge of bitter and sweet. So it's riding the line. It's got the best of both worlds, I'm going to say right now. It doesn't fall either way or like lean either way heavily. It's just right on the fine line there. That's a nice pizza sauce. It's not just tomato sauce. Other than that snap through and the chew on the cheese, the mozzarella that we're dealing with right now in particular, it was almost flavorless. So most of what I got there was just the sauce and kind of like the herbs. Right now, my opinion of the crust is it's perfect. Like I say, it's not cracker crust. It's not overly chewy and doughy. There's just the right amount there to support everything without falling apart or breaking. The overall flavor is that of like flour, yeast, something like that mixed up with some water. Comes off as more like a dusty than gritty. It's like a nice smooth dough. There's a lot of natural pizza places popping up nowadays with the organic ingredients and crust that they're making. A lot of wheat, stuff like that. Now, a lot of those more natural and organic crust, in my opinion, come across as like have a gritty chew. Let's say that, gritty. Now here, it's a nice soft, pillowy, real smooth, doughy chew. It's edible, but it's nothing to write home about. Let's move on to the feta one. Let's get something with a little bit more flavor going on here. Down the hatch with that one. All right, that's a nice feta going on there. Nice and creamy. Got like a little bit of the bitterness going on. Not too sour. It goes really well with the tomato sauce with herbiness without becoming too Mediterranean. Yeah, and it's way more flavorful than the mozzarella. I dig that. All right, just steamrolling along here. Now we're moving on to the red cheddar. Wow, seems to be getting better as we go around this pizza. I like the flavor of that. This is getting kind of close to the little octagon Mexican pizzas that they used to give us in school. Yeah, this cheddar has a nice stretch and a pull and snap going on with it also. Once again, mixing nicely with the sauce and the dough. Yeah, that's even better than the crumbled feta. All right, last but not least, the goat cheese, which is still in slab form. Down the hatch with that one. Okay, this one's very similar to the feta one, only there's just so much more of it. You get a lot of the creaminess of the goat cheese going on there. Same got that same herbiness going on with the sauce. Yeah, overall, this is a pretty good pizza. The only downside here is the mozzarella portion of it all. But yeah, I could see myself buying this again. It's a good as a sampler too. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to give the Mama Cozzi Quattro Formaggi pizza a high 4 out of 5. Alright, so if you're at your local Aldi's and you see this one, go ahead and give it a try if you're into cheese pizzas. I'm Mr. Dirty, so GTM, so don't forget you can buy Knucklehead shirts and hoodies down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealMrDirty. And as always, get out of here and go have a rotten day.